Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So just recently it hit the media that President Biden withdrew from the presidential race for this election year, which comes as a surprise to nobody. I do believe most people already saw this coming. There were some people that were even saying that they saw prophecies when they went into prayer concerning this situation. God showed them this happening. If you just look at the situation, once again, with the attempted deletion of the former president, even Biden himself knew there was no way he was going to win at that moment. Now, allegedly, he's endorsing Kamala Harris. A lot of people are saying that that's kind of the default option. She was or is currently still his VP, so that was kind of the default. Some people were even speculating that he was possibly considering going to get Hillary Clinton to possibly endorse her. Now, there's an issue already with this scenario. I do believe that this is all strategic. Everything that they're doing is planned. Whatever happens, they have some kind of contingency for, if you will. I do believe, once again, that this is strategic and that there is an agenda, some kind of wild, ridiculous goal they're trying to accomplish by doing all of this. The powers that be, if you will, the people at the top, if you will, if you get my drift, who wanted to put Biden back in office, don't actually need Biden back in office. They just need somebody who also represents what he represents. So it's still mostly the same thing. Doesn't matter if it's him or Kamala, it's all the same people, if you get my drift. As a sidebar, I don't think that Biden was a good choice to be put on the seat, if you will, to be the president. None of these people, I feel like, are really fit to lead the country. I personally don't ever vote for who I think is the best, so to speak, candidate to be president. I don't vote for who likes me or who I like. I vote for whoever comes closest to biblical and godly values as humanly possible. And I understand, once again, with all the people that we have to choose from, quite frankly, that's actually none of them. But some of them get a little bit closer, just a little bit, than the others. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had a problem with Joe Biden from the moment he said that all black people were not going to be black or were not black unless they voted for him. I had a problem with him since. And a lot of black people really do support him, even though he's done and said some pretty racist stuff down through the years. Not to mention, the man is halfway asleep every time he has to make some kind of presidential address. You wonder why we're the laughing stock of the world. Other countries do not respect us, nor do they respect him, because he's not even there. He's not even all the way there whenever he makes his appearances. Not to mention his creepiness in general. Now, this is not to say that I think that Trump is some great man. I believe God can and will use whoever he wants to, whenever he wants to, wherever he wants to, however he wants to. That doesn't always mean that the person is a good person, is a great person, is saved, is Holy Ghost filled, is actually a Christian who has God as the head of their life. I done already said before about 1,000 times on this channel, a lot of these people who call themselves conservatives, right-wing, Republicans, they don't like other people who don't look like them. And I especially can't wrap my head around this for the ones who also call themselves Christians. As for Trump himself, this is the same guy with all of the assault allegations surrounding him, allegedly, and being pictured in multiple photographs with Jeffrey you-know-who. So, like I said before, I don't think any of these people really have what it takes to lead the country. But once again, we choose who will descend our country into the least amount of chaos, not who we think is the best necessary candidate. I choose to vote for whoever I think God would want me to vote for. Once again, whoever's closest, as close as humanly possible, to those biblical values, those godly values and morals etc. Now, bringing us back to what I said earlier about there definitely being an agenda behind him endorsing Kamala, and that this is not something that we really want. First of all, him endorsing her means that she has the chance to become the first ever woman president in the history of the United States of America. Now, this is going to come across as really rude, I guess, to some people. It just depends on how you take it. I mean, no offense to anybody, quite frankly. But I do not want a woman president. And this is coming from a woman. And the reason why I don't want a woman president, y'all do realize and understand that these other world leaders, if you get my drift, if you understand, the leaders of these other countries do not respect women at all. It's messed up, it's wrong, but there is nothing we're about to be able to do or say to ever change nor fix that. It's never going to go away. It's unfortunately one of those problems we will always have to deal with, that will always be there. Because wherever there are people, especially people in power, you'll have to excuse me, fellas, but some of these men in power, there will always be these kinds of problems. So if we have a woman president, how much do you guys really think we're going to be able to get done? There are people in our own country who don't even respect women, who are in the White House, who work in the government. She wouldn't be able to get anything done right here in America. Because if it's not one thing that we're dividing ourselves on, it's another one. I'd rather get things done, be able to come into some kind of agreement or some kind of cordial nature to some degree with the other leaders of other countries who we really need to be on good terms with, instead of having a first woman president. There are more things important. I think that's what people should be focusing on. I think. As a matter of fact, that is not just what I think. That is what I know. That is what is the truth. And going back to that, her not being able to accomplish anything, or very little for that matter, because she's a woman, and the lack of respect for women, especially in leadership positions, is going to be even worse. If she's not going to be able to accomplish much because people won't come into agreement with her because she's a woman, imagine her being a double minority, a woman and a woman of color. Do we really want to play with those kind of chances? Do we really want to leave, again, the fate of our country up to that kind of dice toss, if you will? But anyways, the last part of this, like I said, that's definitely a setup to some degree, I believe. They're trying to put the puzzle pieces in place. There have been some speculation, some talk on social media concerning Taylor Swift. People on here insinuating that she could cause a serious swing of votes, if you will. She's on tour at the moment. She has the attention of a lot of people. She is one of the most popular artists in the entire world, if not the most popular artist. She has the attention of a lot of Gen Z individuals, the very young individuals, especially the young women, especially some of these young feminists. All she has to do is come out on stage and say, "Ooh, go Biden, go Kamala, first woman president, totally, yeah, let's do it." And all of these individuals who blindly follow her every move, who hang on to her every word, will go down to the polls and vote for Kamala. It's a very scary thought whenever you think about it, that the fate of our country could be contingent on a bunch of young, immature individuals who didn't do any research, who didn't actually think or use their brains, instead listen to a celebrity and allow that celebrity to influence them into making a decision that will come back to bite them in the butt much worse than it will ever bite these celebrities who are influencing them to make said decisions. And these people know this. These celebrities know this. Like I said before, don't worry, because worrying is giving the problems more attention than you're giving God, who's the solver of problems, attention. Be somewhat concerned. Pay attention. Be prepared. Be prayed up. Stay vigilant. I've told y'all before, anything could happen at any moment in time, especially at the rate that our country is going, has been going for a while now. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this down in the comments below respectfully. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all all have a very blessed, beautiful, and safe day.